Alabama has instituted one of the most restrictive anti-abortion laws that I have seen. I don't agree with this at all. I'm pro-choice, although I think it's a terrible choice to have to make, although I am pro-choice. Now, they've made it the case that any doctor who does an abortion, who carries out an abortion, will be or can be sentenced for either life in prison or up to 99 years in jail. So that's not great. It's not entirely banned. It's banned even in cases of rape and incest. The only case they've allowed it to be carried out under is if the woman's life is in danger. So that's at least something, although it is anti-human rights in my opinion. I don't think anybody has the right to tell anybody else, male or female, because this isn't a gendered issue, male or female, what they can do with their bodies. I don't see why the government should be able to enforce a morality like that. It's not good. I disagree with it completely. I disavow. Had to get a laugh out of this somewhere. Although, what I don't think it is a bigoted move from men against women. Because, I mean, even though, like, the 25 guys who signed it are all men, they're elected representatives. I'm sure women voted for them. I mean, the governor of Alabama, who had the final say on it, is a woman, and she signed it. So I don't see how you can make the point that it's some sort of bigoted move from men against women. It doesn't make sense, because in a very Christian state like Obama, in a very Christian state like Alabama, the women there, I'm willing to bet a large segment of them will also agree with this. I really don't think it's men that are doing this. I think it's the religiosity of the region that is informing this decision. It's not the gender of the people involved. If it was, these type of things would be passing all over the place, all over the West. It's in the highly religious areas where this happens. This is the case. I don't think it's right that, I mean, I've been told by numerous people now that, I don't think people want to hear a man's opinion on this. We've heard enough of that type of thing. This is a bigoted statement to say. This is a bigoted thing to say. It's not right that you can just go, because of your gender, you don't know what you're talking about, and shut the hell up, basically. That's not fair. And when you say that, you're assuming that abortion, when you say effectively that abortion is a solely women's issue, it leaves the door open to assume that this issue does not affect men, which it very clearly does. If you have, I mean, I don't like it at all. I'm a man. I don't like that effectively life is being terminated. I don't think I have the right to tell anybody that they can't do it, but I don't like it. And I don't think many men like it. I don't think many women like it, really. I don't think many people in general like it. So I think we should wrap up all the talk of men shouldn't be having opinions on this. This is a women's issue. What the hell do they know and all this? It's not good. It's also not acceptable to say there should be women on that, on the people, on the council of people deciding on this or signing off on this. I don't think that there should be a quota of men or women. If it was all women and there were people saying there should be men on that, I'd be saying the same thing. Whoever is the democratically elected representative of the people, they're legitimate by that vector. They've been voted into power above all others. They, in a democratic society, they're legitimate. Now, it's not acceptable to go, oh well, it's not democracy because there aren't women on it. If women aren't elected, partly on that's on the shoulders of women. Because if you want women, if there was a demand for women in power, there would be women in power, since we live in a democracy. If the women wanted to go into power, there would be women in power. And they had good policies and people agreed with them. These things would happen if there was the supply for a start. I mean, the demand, I don't think people much care about what the gender of the people in power are, apart from the gender ideologues, the gender identitarians. I don't think they care. I don't think the people at large care whether it's a man or woman in power, apart from, oh, it's a woman, oh, it's a man. I don't think many people care, because it doesn't inform their policies, it doesn't inform the things that they think. I've also seen people on social media bringing in the fact that all the men were white. I mean, see, even you can make a case maybe that in the case of abortion, their gender is relevant. What on earth is relevant about the fact that they're all white? Race has nothing to do with abortion. Now, whether you might think gender does have something to do with abortion, race has nothing to do with abortion. This is just bigotry, effectively. This is just, you don't know what you're talking about because you're white and male. What are you talking about? I mean, by this logic, do black people have a right to talk about white on white crime? Do women have a right to talk about male suicide? If that is your standard, that if this issue apparently doesn't affect the group that you belong to, through no fault of your own, no choice of your own, then you don't get to talk about it. So why do women get to have opinions on male suicide? Why do black people get to have opinions on white crime? I think everybody should be able to make their opinion heard. It doesn't matter their race or gender. They should all be able to voice their concerns about something. Shouldn't women, when we're talking about male suicide, shouldn't women just shut the hell up and allow the men to talk? But you wouldn't like that. None of you would like that. Nobody would like that. I wouldn't like that. That's not an acceptable standard to judge somebody to. If this issue doesn't affect them directly, they aren't allowed to talk about it. This is not a racial or gendered issue. This is a human rights issue. It doesn't affect one group of people and one group of people alone. And while I feel in the individual cases, the women should have the final say because effectively it is her body, I don't think that's a case that you can make for, well, men should just shut up then. No. I also think everybody needs to keep calm in situations like this. It goes back to what I was saying. I've said this over and over and over again. Cooler heads must prevail, always. You can't allow this to radicalise you. You can't allow this to make you start screeching, because screeching helps nobody. It goes nowhere, it just creates division, it creates tension, it doesn't allow rational dialogue to take place. If someone does this, like if when they put a law into place with the anti-abortion law, who has that opinion has been converted by someone screeching that they're immoral? Because I really don't think these opinions have come out of the fact that this affects women mainly or whatever. I think it's come out of the fact that they're religious. It's their set of values. It's got nothing to do with their gender that they think these things. Now, another reason we need to keep calm is that this could go to the Supreme Court if challenged. And if it does go to the Supreme Court, there's a chance that it could be instituted across America, which I'm sure nobody wants, especially those on the left. And it's the left that are going insane about this in the first place. They're losing their heads. They've lost touch with reality. They need to calm down, bring themselves back into the centre and deal with these issues in a rational light, with no mud-flinging, character assassinating, outrage culture, please. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you agree with what I've been saying, what I've been doing, the videos I've been making, share them, subscribe, like, thank you, so on and so on, etc. You know the drill. Thank you very much.